Take a look at this wonderful chocolate confection. This is the kind of cake where you mix the dry ingredients in one bowl, then mix the wet ingredients in another bowl, and then just put them together. This cake uses sour cream rather than milk, which makes it moist down to the last morsel. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. If you're looking for authentic Belizean recipes, then you're in the right place. My name is Barbara, and this is Cooking Made Simple. I have the ingredients grouped according to how we're going to use them for the cake, all right? So take a look at the first group right here. This is a cup of water, just regular water, room temperature water, doesn't matter. A third cup of baking cocoa, a cup of butter, or this is the equivalent of a stick. And I only put half a teaspoon of salt because the butter already has salt. If you are using a butter that's not salted, then put a whole teaspoon of the salt, all right? Now here's the powdered stuff. This is 2 cups of cake flour. See? It says cake flour on the box, not all purpose, all right? Then 1 3/4 cup of regular white sugar. 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, not baking powder. 2 eggs. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And half a cup of sour cream. That's it for the cake. Now this is for the ganache topping. This is half a cup of heavy cream, 4 ounces of the unsweetened, well, semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 1 tablespoon of regular white sugar. Now let's begin. I've got the skillet, and I forgot to tell you that this is going to be a Bundt cake, and it's already greased and floured, okay? So now let's start by adding these things to my pot. This is why I put the ingredients in groups so you guys can better visualize what we're doing, and I may go ahead and put the ingredients in the description. So I've added the butter and the salt, and we're just going to allow the butter to melt, and then add the 1 cup of water. And then now I'm going to add the baking cocoa, and this tends to want to not come together, tends to want to separate, but just stir it. It'll melt, it'll dissolve. And we want to bring this to a slight boil, like this. Then take it off of the burner right away. Let me go ahead and crack my eggs open. And these are some big eggs, but you could use medium-sized eggs. Give it a whisk. And now let's take care of the dry ingredients. This is the cake flour, the sugar, the baking soda. And you would add salt here if you're not using a salted butter. As soon as that cools down, we're going to assemble the cake. We don't want it to be too hot because then we're going to fry our egg, all right? I let the wet ingredients cool down for like 5 minutes, and now I'm just adding it to the dry. And I'm going to whisk very carefully because I don't want to make a mess. This cake is already easy to make because we don't even need the hand mixer. And so I want to make sure that I'm not spilling things everywhere. And I'm just going to keep adding the chocolate butter mixture until it's all used up. And whisk very carefully. Now I'm going to temper the egg somewhat. I just put some of the batter in the egg, and now I dump the egg back into the batter. I didn't really need to do that because I feel like it's cooled down enough. The wet ingredients, I mean. But hey, let's not take a chance, right? So now is the vanilla, and I'm using imitation stuff. The real vanilla is too expensive. And then the sour cream. This replaces any milk. And just fold this in. See, I switched out from my whisk to a spatula, and you want to like just mash any of the sour cream that's trying to escape. Mash it against the bowl. Now pour everything into our grease and floured Bundt pan. Into the oven it goes. It's up to temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to set it for 35 minutes, but I do believe we're going to need 40 minutes. So let's take a look. It's been 35 minutes. And because this is a Bundt pan, I'm using a skewer rather than a toothpick. Nah, say it still needs that 5 minutes. So 5 minutes later, let's check again. Yes, it's clean. Check another spot. It's clean. So let's take this over to the wire cooling rack. I'm going to sit it here for like 15 minutes. Then I'm going to release it from the sides and dump it out and pray. Yes, it came out great. Now let's make the ganache. I'm getting my heavy cream from the fridge, putting it in my skillet, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now I'm putting my chocolate chips in a separate bowl. Bring this to a boil, and then pour all of this hot milk or hot cream on top of the chocolate chips. Then add the honey. Just to give it its shine. And just let this sit here and melt. While the cake has been cooling down, my chocolate has melted. So now we're ready to take care of decorating the cake. So let me go ahead and lift it up here with this cake lifting thing. I got this as a gift from a viewer, Tanisha. Thank you so much. I hope you're watching. I'll set the cake here on the plate. Let me see if I can just drizzle this off of the spatula. Nah, it's not working. It's clumpy, so let's switch out to a measuring cup with a spout and just drizzle. Just pour it all on here. Wonderful chocolate ganache. Now let's cut into the cake. Let's get a big piece out because I need for you guys to see it. Take a look. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to taste this. I was so drooling just now when I was taking the thumbnail picture. Take a look, guys. Let me let this piece go. Come. See how moist it is? And this by no means is a slice of cake, all right? I just cut it big so you guys can take a look on the inside. See how it looks. Don't forget to like and share, follow, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Takes all the problems away. Thanks for watching the Bear Pantry Show. Don't forget to follow the page and check out my book at my Facebook store or at bearpantryshow.com. Bye now.